Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nayri, also known as Wedding Fashion Expert. This week we are talking about wedding dress colors and what you can expect when you're trying on dresses. What is the difference between ivory, off-white, and white? I'm going to give you all the details in this video. Before we dive into this topic, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, let me know if you have any questions or if there's a particular video topic you'd like me to create a video on for you. I am here for you, guiding you along the way leading up to your special day. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I am so honored that you have found me. I am, of course, a wedding fashion expert, bridal stylist, buyer, wearing so many different hats at LOVELLA Bridal, located in Los Angeles, California. For daily content, please be sure to follow at LOVELLA Bridal, at LOVELLA Plus, and at Wedding Fashion Expert on Instagram. Traditionally, brides are known to wear white on wedding day. Many of our brides these days, believe it or not, are not wearing white at all, which I'm going to thoroughly explain to you in a moment. However, there are various expectations of grandmothers, mothers, aunts, you name it, that want their bride to be wearing white because of the tradition. Totally get it. However, so many of our dresses aren't considered white. A lot of our dresses have various titles that identify the fabric and the material for that particular gown. So if you look at a tag of a dress, very, very rarely these days are you going to see the word white. You'll see things like ivory, porcelain, or even things like vanilla. Designers name the color of the fabric all sorts of names, so you definitely don't want to get hung up on what the tag says. Many designers have shied away from making gowns a really, really bright traditional white, particularly because they don't photograph well. They photograph really washed out and you lose a ton of the detail in the dresses on an all white dress. So you're going to see, when you start trying on dresses, lots of gowns that have a nude, a champagne, blush pink underlay with ivory detail on top. Notice the word I used, ivory. You're going to see more ivory and off-white as titles to identify that particular fabric. You can, of course, order dresses tone on tone, which would mean you do off-white, or ivory, instead of a champagne off-white or a champagne ivory. The colors get really confusing with the names and the titles, all that jazz. I highly recommend that you don't fixate on color. Take color out of the equation. Focus on what you're trying on and what you see. And also, I encourage you to take a photo. So while you're in the dress, take a photo of it and see how it looks in a photo. I promise you, a champagne or a darker colored undertone with ivory on top is going to photograph so much lighter than what you're seeing in person. That's the reason so many of our designers have incorporated color into the dresses and shied away from the traditional all white gown. I have had so many people in the past come to me and say, I saw my friend wearing this dress, it's beautiful, could I see it in store? And I show them the dress and they look at me like I'm crazy and they say, that dress is colored. We were at the wedding, she was wearing white. So many guests assume the bride is wearing white and she's not in a traditional white dress, even though that is a traditional bridal gown. Another thing to consider, if a gown does have color, oftentimes many of our designers, we're seeing this more and more these days, that designers are not allowing you to change the color of the gown. They are making the dress in the color that they feel looks the most beautiful, and that is your only option. The reason why that is we have found so many of our brides, they try on a particular dress, take photos of it, order that dress in a different color, their dress arrives and they're so unhappy because for the past 6, 8, 9, 10 months, however long it took to get their dress in store, they have been staring at the sample of the gown that they tried on. So they end up loving the colored dress more than the all ivory or off-white that they ordered. That's something that you want to keep in mind as well. You start to fall in love with something that maybe at first you felt very shocked about and that you didn't think you were going to like. You end up falling in love with it the more that you stare at it. So I do encourage you to keep that in mind when you are placing an order and changing colors of dresses or any color of any kind. It is going to translate differently in photos, and also you end up falling in love with it because that's what you're looking at. I hope that you found this video helpful. For more videos and tips like these, please be sure to tune in every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I will see you in next week's video.